Hey guys, in this video we are going to be taking a look at a comparison between Vidiq versus Tubebuddy free versions. So make sure to keep watching until the end of the video, and I'm going to share with you where you can actually download the extensions to actually use both of these tools, and actually how you can utilize some of the features inside the free versions so that you can actually rank your videos and content on YouTube. So before we actually get started, if you find content like this here to be helpful in order for you to actually grow your own YouTube channel and potentially scale up your online business and take it to the next level, make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell icon to be updated of future videos. Also, I will leave links to both Tubebuddy and Vidiq down in the description so you can go and check them out. So for this video, we're actually going to be focusing primarily on the free versions of both Tubebuddy and Vidiq. Even though there are paid plans that you can get started with, as you can see here, both on Vidiq and on Tubebuddy, they have different pricing ranges based off of whichever version you want to get started with. Each have their own unique quirks and elements that'll actually give you access to more tools to give you further opportunities to help you rank your content on YouTube. But the main focus here is literally just to focus on the free versions, and the reason being is because not everybody actually has the money with starting out to actually purchase any of those paid plans. But you can still use the tools for free, but you will have limited access. So that's what we will be focusing on here in this video. So to actually get started, first and foremost, if you want to find out where to actually download them, you can either download them through the actual websites themselves, through like Vidiq or on Tubebuddy, or what you can do is you can actually come over to the Google Chrome web store and you can actually search for them on the platform, and you'll be able to get access to the Chrome extensions. Now this will be for Google Chrome, so that you can actually install them onto your browser. As you can see here, I actually have access to an extension so that when I click on it, it opens up all the options that I actually need for my channel. Now this is with Vidiq. With Tubebuddy is pretty much the same, but Tubebuddy is actually works within your YouTube channel itself once you actually have it installed. So once you've actually come into your YouTube studio or anywhere within YouTube, you will actually have access to the Tubebuddy tools within the platform here. So you just come up to the red box at the top of the screen and you click on it, and it will open up a window, and here it will showcase to you some of the actual tools and features that you can utilize. Now some of these tools you won't be able to really use in the free version, as they will have limitations or you will have limited access. So you can check out like the industry news. Anytime you even hit milestones with Tubebuddy, you can actually find them here under this tab. But not only that, you can actually access your dashboard, your playlists, even your comments, analytics, and your videos and live streams all from within the Tubebuddy dashboard. But if at any point you want to actually have a look at some of the other features, you can come into likes of the keyword explorer. There is the video topic planner, tags list, best time to publish. It will give you a lot of these useful tips and information. It will bring you directly into your analytics tab on your YouTube dashboard, and it will actually take you to the actual pages that you need to look at to be able to find out when's the best time to post videos and so forth, as you can see here on the screen. So it will do all that for you very easily. Just a thing to note as well, that if you do want to access some of the other tools, like say the SEO studio, you won't have actually access to be able to use it on the free version. So if you go to type in a keyword, for instance, and you go to click on start, you will actually have to upgrade to one of the other paid versions, as you can see here, to be able to unlock some of those features. But you can access the keyword explorer itself, and under that section you can get access to a trending feature that gives you some sort of trend and kind of outlook into videos that are popular within your region at any given time. But you can still search depending on the country that you're in. Like in this case, I'm in Ireland, so even though these topics aren't related to my niche specifically, but they are popular topics that are being currently searched for in their own right within that country. And the same can be said if you go to search for a different type of country. So if you go to the United States, again it changes it again. If you go to the UK, the topics actually change also. So every search topic is related to that country. But if you want to actually search the keywords, you can literally just put in the keyword that you're actually trying to rank for on the keyword explorer and just click explore. Now what Tubebuddy will actually do is you will have access to different tabs here on the search results under the summary. but on the free version you will only have access to the unweighted tab. This will give you a general comparison of how good or how bad a keyword is to actually rank for. The weighted tab is more specific to your channel, but again, you won't be able to actually utilize that because you'll actually have to upgrade to be able to unlock that feature. Now, the one thing to note here as well, like it says here, the keyword isn't too competitive and actually has enough search volume to make it worth targeting, which is good. So you can see here there isn't much search volume, but you do have a good chance of ranking, even though it's given a more broader kind of perspective of the actual keyword. So what will actually happen is, as well, now if you go into the paid versions, you will get a lot more related tags and keywords to actually search for, but under the free version you will get up to 3, maybe 4 different additional keywords which you can still utilize to actually look at. Another thing to notice as well is, if you're using the free version of Tubebuddy, you will only have access to about 25 keyword searches per day for free. After that, then you will need to upgrade to be able to unlock any more. So once you've hit that 25 free keyword searches for the day, you will have to wait till the next day and come back to be able to use the tool again. But also, once you're on this page and once you've actually put in your keywords, you can look at the likes of related web searches and video topics. Now, even though the likes of this topic here is a lot more specific, but you can scale it down and just search for one of the words and it will actually give you more related results. So even here, it actually gives you an idea of some of the better performing videos on YouTube itself. These here will be some of the most high ranking videos currently that are actually related to the search topic. Also, what you can do is, if you come under the historical tab, what it actually does is it gives you direct access to Google Trends. Now, even though the topic isn't really showing up here at the minute, it's because the keyword is actually a long tail keyword, so it doesn't have enough results to be able to show data for it. But what you can do is you can change that just by simply typing in a smaller word and then go to historical. And what it does is it will actually open up Google Trends and it will show you a graph of how relevant the keywords actually are. So as you can see here, it is gaining traction to some degree, but it's relevant enough, but it's not being overly searched for to the most part. You're getting searches per day, but it's not like, you're not getting like tens of thousands of searches, but it's still relevant enough for you to actually worth looking into to try and rank for. So the more specific the keywords are, like in this case using a long tail keyword like this here, like I could actually try and rank this video just with Tubebuddy versus Vidiq, which it would rank, but there's a lot of competition on YouTube and there's a high chance where my video may not show up in the search feed because there's so many similar videos from other content creators out there. It'd be very, very hard for you to kind of fit in there. But what you want to do is find something else that you can relate to that keyword. So in this case, I'm using Tubebuddy versus Vidiq free version because there isn't as many people searching for this actual keyword compared to just Tubebuddy versus Vidiq. So you will actually have a chance of maybe ranking higher for this actual keyword than you would for any of the other ones, because again, not everybody would be searching for this, but you will get a few people, or get quite a few people, that actually will just be looking for the free version, because again, like I said at the start of the video, not everybody actually has access to money to be able to buy into the paid plans, especially when you're only starting out on creating videos on YouTube. So you do need to utilize some of the free versions of tools until you can actually gain some sort of traction. But as you can see here, once you actually search these different topics, it does show up related different types of keywords like Tubebuddy tutorial, Tubebuddy versus Vidiq. You can even rotate it, Vidiq versus Tubebuddy, Tubebuddy review. It also gives you a lot of the common tags that you can utilize. But the cool thing about each of these here relevant keywords and even tags, you can use each one of these here as an individual content piece, or you can create an actual video out of that related keyword or tag name, because again, it's still relevant to the content. And as you can see here, it says that the competition is good and that the keyword is worth looking at. So you can create like a batch or a series or a playlist of videos around each of those topics, and you should have a good chance of being able to rank in the search results. So it's just something to think about. But this is the free version of Tubebuddy, so it does, even though it is restricted, it still gives you more than enough to be able to look into, to figure out what your competition is doing and to see where you can actually fit in within that realm of trying to get your content ranked. So as you can see, even here under the search results, the keywords that are being searched for that are relevant, you can see that they're all being highlighted, so you can see that people are actually utilizing and have their keywords that they're trying to rank for within their titles and even in the early parts of the first couple of lines of the description. So this gives YouTube more of an idea to understand what the actual content of the video is about. So that's primarily what you want to do. So as you can see here, you can see all the relevant videos and the most popular ones for these search terms. So if you follow these steps, you should have a good chance to use that and to see some level of results. So with Vidiq is also a very similar tool. The one thing to note, because they are similar tools, but they also do have different aesthetics and different elements. Like there is a lot of, even with regards to, even if you consider websites, there's so many different keyword search and keyword tools available out there. But the one thing you will notice is when you actually go and use specific keywords in one version and you try to use it in another version, you will get a lot of different results. The search volumes will be very different, or they can be very high or very low. So when you compare the two, you'll be probably wondering why the search results are very, very different. It's because both programs, or all the different programs that are available, all have different features and they utilize different pieces of code, and they have different ways of being able to figure out how relevant a keyword is. But that's not to say that you can't actually look at the keyword that you're wanting to rank for and use it anyway. So don't be put off by the overall statistics or the display features of what a keyword says it's possible, or what will be possible with that keyword should you decide to choose and use it. Even though it says, like the likes of here, like for this version here, it says the competition is very low and it's 65 out of 100. So obviously the higher it is, the more chances are that it can be probably harder to rank. The lower it is, potentially that it actually should be easier to rank for. But you don't have to take this as an absolute necessity that this is actually the exact results that you'll get. A lot of it actually is down to the content that you create at the end of the day and how relevant you can make your video based off the other content available. The best way to really understand this is to really kind of look at the best type of ranking videos that are on the YouTube search results that are related to the keyword you're trying to rank for. If there's 10, usually use the top 10 videos and actually watch them all from start to finish and understand how each content creator is creating their videos and see what's actually working, and think to yourself, how can I model this to be able to make my own video? How can I actually add similar things? Not is to say don't copy it, but put your own spin on it, and then again try to rank for the specific keywords. You should be good to go. So obviously when you go into Vidiq, once you've downloaded the app, you can actually come into the Vidiq section here and you can go into analytics and competition SEO tags. Now again, these here you will actually have to upgrade to the other pricing plans, as I mentioned, to be able to unlock all these extra features. But you will still have access to some of the key related topics. But like Tubebuddy, because it's a free version, you still will have certain limitations on what's available to you. So as you can see here, you will be locked out from certain features, so you will need to upgrade. But you can get access to certain relevant features. It will give you an overview of your channel statistics and stats, many current subscribers you're gaining, how much watch time you've had within the last number of days or weeks, and even your audience retention. So it'll tell you if people are staying on your videos for long periods or not. So you can see here it gives you an exact breakdown of exactly what you've accumulated over the time period. It even gives you an idea of the best type of times to post your content. It also gives you a relevant list of certain keywords that may be worth actually searching for should you actually be trying to create a video on something. It kind of goes based off your most popular videos. So here it will also give you a list of the most popular videos that are currently doing really well on your channel, that get the most views, and it will try to give you kind of preferences and related keyword topics based off your current content. But again, you can still come up to the keyword opportunities tab here, or the keywords tab, and then you can just search for the relevant keywords that you're looking to get ranked for. So once you type it in, so you can see here, like Tubebuddy, it gives you different competition scores, related scores, search volume, and then it actually gives you other related keywords like say Tubebuddy versus Vidiq, Vidiq versus Tubebuddy, and so forth. But each one of these here, you can check the relevancy and the score and see how good they are. But each one of these here, you can turn it into its own video anyway. So you can just check how good it is, and it'll give you an idea of whether you think it's worth ranking for or not. So you can come over to even the competitors tab, and it actually gives you an idea of some of your competitors, their videos, the watch time, and so forth. Again, you won't be able to get access to a lot of this stuff here straight away on the free version, so you would need to upgrade to gain access to more. So then you can actually, there's a subscribers tab, but again you will need to upgrade and the SEOs tab. Again, you will need to upgrade to other paid plans, as you can see here, to be able to unlock a lot of these features, but you still have access to some key relevant tools here to be able to get started. Also, you'll notice as well that when you actually do install both Tubebuddy and Vidiq, now you don't need both of them, but it depends which one you want to use. But it's still, for me even personally, I do use them both because it's just a good idea to get an idea of the different types of keywords that are actually available. As you can see here, both tools will actually show up on the options bar on the side in your YouTube search results, so you can be able to have access to the tools and different types of elements that are available. So it'll even show you the keywords that are relevant. So when you're searching for a specific keyword, it'll actually come up. You can search the search bar and it will give you more keywords. The search explorer again will give you an idea of the actual score, how good it is, and the same even with the likes of different extra keywords that you can look into as well. Vidiq does something very similar, so it'll actually tell you the actual score. It will give you the competition and volume. It will also give you access to top channels that are using these search terms or creating content around it, and it'll also give you another set of keywords that are related to it that you can actually utilize as well to give you a better chance to rank, alongside some of the other videos that are also using these topics that are actually currently doing really well, to also give you another idea of which videos are worth looking into to gain ideas and information about. Now, it's totally up to yourself which one you decide to use. It really is. Just to give you another example of how useful it is to use these tools while you're actually creating your content, and even just when you're adding in your titles, descriptions and tags and so forth for your videos. Once you actually have the tools installed within your video and description editor, the tools will actually show up, so you can have a preview in the search results. It gives you a rundown of the best times to upload or publish a video. But even what it does is it actually gives you like upload defaults. It actually will tell you the best practices to actually, with Tubebuddy especially, to show you, gives you a list of things you need to do to make sure that your videos are going to be relevant to your audience. Even when you come down to the likes of Vidiq, it actually gives you a relevancy towards the tags that you're actually utilizing. So once you add in tags, it will give you an overall score, and it will actually tell you if the tags are relevant in your description, that they're actually showing up in your description, how many tags or how many keywords you're actually using. It also gives you a checklist to understand the best policies or the best ways to hopefully get your content to rank, so that you've added content on at least one card, end screen, you've added in closed captions, if you do have monetization enabled, if you've added a video to a playlist, if you've made it public, even if you've shared it on Facebook with at least one like, and even if you've replied to any comments. So it gives you a checklist, and this checklist is really just an idea of how best to get your content really out there and to get more engagement on it. But this here is a really cool tool. Again, if you upgrade to the paid versions, it will give you a lot more useful features. But even the free version alone is still enough to actually utilize to get started, even when you have Tubebuddy installed. And the reason why I like to have both of them installed, because both of them do give different variations of keywords. As you can see here, what the keywords that I'm actually trying to search and rank for in this video, you can see under the Vidiq section, it gives you a total of 3 different types of keywords. Again, if you upgrade, you will get more keywords to utilize, but even with this here, it's still going to gives you an idea. Then if you go under the Tubebuddy section, again, it gives you different keywords. Now, both have their pros and cons. Sometimes the keywords that they do show up sometimes don't always relate to the video in question. It'll give you something random, or sometimes it will give you something that it thinks is worth looking into. It's totally up to you whether you want to add it or not, but if you think that it's not relevant, or you know that it's not going to be relevant to your actual video, whereas you can see here with these here type of tags, as you can see, it's based on like videos versus places. So here I have videos tags. They are worthwhile actually adding in. Even like, so here videos, even though this is an older newer version that the video is about, videos 4.0, it's still giving me like 3.0, so it does have an idea of what the video is actually about. It does have actually access to video templates, because I do mention that in the video, even also video editing. So these 2 tags here are still relevant to the content that's in the video, so you can still actually add them in, because people will be searching for those queries within YouTube itself. So even if you can't access the paid versions of both of these platforms, it's still worthwhile looking into utilizing the free versions. Now, you don't need both of them. Like I said, one of them is perfectly fine to get started. It pretty much depends on your own preference. There's a lot of people out there that like using just Tubebuddy, but there's also a lot of people out there that just like using Vidiq, and like me, and there is other people out there that like to actually use both. Now at the minute I'm only using the free versions, but even at that it gives me more than enough to work with to be able to help get content and stuff to actually rank, just so that you can understand the basics of what is required from you to be able to actually allow yourself to know how to get your videos to rank, so that you can actually start seeing them in the likes of the search results on YouTube. But when you get more familiar with all these features and tools, then you can look into maybe upgrading to one of the pricing plans, so that you can unlock more features and more tools, give you a better chance of being able to utilize the tools more, so that you can actually gain more results, gain more keywords, related keyword ideas and so forth, so that you can actually start really taking your content ideas to the next level, so that hopefully your content can be ranking among the first few results on YouTube. So whichever one you decide to choose, I'll drop a link down in the description to a list of tools that I use that also includes both Tubebuddy and Vidiq, and then you can download them and then you can start using them straight away. So if you have found this video to be helpful, make sure to leave a like. Also be sure to subscribe to the channel, and remember to hit that bell icon to be updated whenever I release future videos, as I will be creating a lot more helpful videos like this here that will teach you other ways of how you can drive traffic and how to really scale up your online business to the next level. Even be sure to check out some of the other videos here on screen, where I do provide other helpful guides and tips that will teach you other ways of how you can take your online business to the next level. And as always, I will see you in the next one.